Hey guys! Welcome back to another video. Sunbreak is still quite a few months away, but that doesn't mean we can't start building hype for it now. Like any ultimate expansion, Sunbreak will no doubt bring a ton of new things, from new monsters and locales to even new mechanics and combat systems. However, also like every other expansion, it will also bring some more tedious things along with it. So, in this video, we're going to go over some things that you can do now in anticipation of Sunbreak coming this summer, so you can lessen the more tedious stuff for the expansion. Now, I'm sure there are already a ton of other guides that basically parrot the same generic things over and over again, like make sure to use the farm and collect ores while you hunt. So, to avoid joining into those type of guides, I'll try to be more specific with things you can do to prepare. Anyways, let's get started with the first way you can prepare for Sunbreak. Fishing in Monster Hunter to me always feels like it's something you always forget is in the game and only used when you really need to, which I find ironic in my case because I find fishing in Monster Hunter really fun. So, why the need to fish in preparation for Sunbreak? Sushi fish. We've already talked about this on this channel before, but Sunbreak seems to be building up to Bleed Blight making a comeback in a major way, mainly because of things like the revealed monsters like Malzeno and Shogun Senator having a very strong connection to blood, and also that no monster in Rise currently can inflict Bleed Blight. As a result, something like sushi fish became obsolete in Rise since its primary use was removed, and many people probably have very little of them. So, where can you find sushi fish? Sushi fish are anywhere where there is a fishing spot, and every map has a few of those. If you're having trouble finding where fishing spots are in a map, open the map and press X to open the icon list. Then, use the right bumper to navigate to the Materials 2 tab. Press right on the D-pad to go to the second page and select Fishing Spots, which is the second to last icon. Doing this will filter all the icons shown on the map so you only see fishing spots, and this effect is also present when you leave the map and hold the right bumper. Now that you're at a fishing spot, finding the sushi fish is the easy part. Make sure to look for the fish that have yellow tips and a pinkish-orange stomach. You may find it helpful to rotate the camera around so you can get a better look at the fish that are there. If you're not in much of a fishing mood, there is another way to get sushi fish. If you talk to your housekeeper or Rondine and open the trade menu, go to the Exchange for Items tab and select Rare Finds. Occasionally, sushi fish will appear there, so it might be a good idea to check here every once in a while and buy some sushi fish. Of course, the best way to gather sushi fish in anticipation of Sunbreak is to use both ways, but if you don't feel like seriously farming them, then you could just pick up a fish or two while you're hunting. Since we're already on the topic of fish, the next way you can prepare for Sunbreak also involves our scaly friends. Food is a very important part of Monster Hunter. Eating can allow you to add a few extra skills to your build, as well as increasing the amount of health and stamina you have. However, there is a small amount of randomness with food skills, with every skill having a percentage attached to it that shows how likely you are to get that skill. Some of the food skills work very well with specific weapons, so it's always good to try and eat for those skills when applicable, but the percentage attached to the skills means that you won't always get the skills you want. That's where Dango tickets come in. They allow you to increase the chance of activation and make the skills you want more likely to, well, activate. The way to get Dango tickets is to simply use Motley Mix, and the amount of Dango tickets you get depends on the material and the quantity. The best way to farm Dango tickets is to probably use raw meat, since you can buy as much of it as you want from Rondine and use it to make well-done steaks. Using a stack of 99 raw meat for just under 6,000 camera points will yield 99 well-done steaks and 45 Dango tickets. However, there is another method that is slightly more complicated, but it allows you to have a very useful healing item. This method of Dango ticket farming comes from Chowslayer, so I will make sure to link the guide he made. Again, Because this is his method, I definitely recommend watching his video on it. But the gist of it is that using the argosy you can farm for a lot of fish, and these fish in the motley mix allow you to make gourmet fish. Gourmet fish are an amazing healing item, mainly because they heal all of the red portion of your health, meaning that the super monsters and super apexes that do a lot of damage in one shot can be more easily managed. On top of that, gourmet fish also allows you to regenerate health very fast, meaning that chip damage from blocking and monster moving and tick damage like fire blight and poison blight are basically negated. Seeing how the difficulty in Rise has been ramped up with the super monsters and the super apexes, they seem to be preparing us for a much more difficult expansion. Having a good stockpile of gourmet fish on top of all the dango tickets you collect is one way you can make sure you prepare for that G-rank difficulty bump. The last way we will talk about how you can prepare for Sunbreak is by learning some Spearbird routes. The super monsters and super apex quests show us just how useful a tool like pedalaces are. So, as Sunbreak draws closer and closer to us, it would be a good idea to learn quick ways to gather Spearbirds before we start the hunt. Now, obviously we don't know what the Sunbreak maps will look like, however we can still look at the maps we currently have and learn different routes for them, since Sunbreak will definitely utilize them. I would try to come up with my own routes for this video, but honestly I suck at making routes like that, and Gaijin Hunter already made a couple of videos not only going over Spearbird routes, but also talking about Zenny routes to make a ton of money very fast, so I will make sure to link those videos in the description. In addition to shortcuts, most of the maps in Rise have shortcuts that allow you to travel through large obstacles to get around the map faster, so I would recommend finding these secret tunnels and other passageways to quickly get to the hunt. So anyways, that'll do it for 3 things you can do now to prepare for Sunbreak. At this point we are only a week away from March, which is when we will probably start getting more information about the game and learning about it, so now is the best time to start preparing for Sunbreak. With the new information we could get in March, we may find new areas where we can make the future grind easier, so if we do get information like that I'll make sure to follow up on this video. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video then please consider supporting my channel. Also, what have you been doing or plan to do in anticipation for Sunbreak? I'm curious what other people are doing, so let me know down in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.